The Maui wildfires have claimed 99 lives, and the state's governor says that death toll will likely rise as search and rescue crews make their way through each neighborhood. 25% of the search area has been covered as of today. The wildfires that destroyed much of Lahaina are the deadliest in the U.S. in more than a century. And now the focus is on helping the residents on the island get basic needs, get food, clothing, and a temporary place to stay. NewsNation's Alex Caprariello is live for us with more. And Alex, when will resources from the continental U.S. head over to Maui?
Well, at least from what we're seeing right here in Van Nuys, California, it's not going to take long. This plane right here behind me was stacked with all sorts of humanitarian and medical supplies. It's all the way in the back of the cargo. And we saw diapers, we saw baby wipes, we saw food supplies, and a whole lot of other gear, critical essentials that are necessary in actually getting this supplies to the people of Hawaii who need it. Let's bring in Paul Herrera. He works here at Van Nuys Airport, and you were essential in actually making this happen. Tell us a little bit about what's actually inside that plane and how it got there and why it's going to be there so quick.
Well, what we're seeing today is a proactive, collaborative effort by many of the tenants here at the Van Nuys Airport to get together and partner with one another and contribute supplies that are desperately needed in Maui due to the wildfires that we've seen in the last few days. So what we have on board are blankets, wipes, there's water, there's diapers, there's things that people need right now. And many of our tenants here at the Van Nuys Airport are very proud to collaborate with one another and be proactive and provide the necessities that can get to Maui. Merryman Hawaii Restaurant will be receiving these goods in Maui, and we're going to have them work on distributing them to those families and individuals in need.
What was it like to actually get all these supplies together? Was it a big effort? And what do you know about how they'll be used when they are there?
You know, it's a collaborative effort with the community as a whole. We immediately started making notifications and alerting those tenants here at the airport that wish to contribute to those goods that are on board this aircraft. So last week we had Planet 9 and Castle and Cook, some of the tenants that offered some donations, AV Fuel, as well as Aerolease Aeroplex, was able to get together some bins and containers of goods to get over to Maui for those families in need. So we take a great amount of pride here at the Van Nuys Airport to come together as a community to do what we can. Most general aviation airports across the country are able to be a point of distribution for goods and necessities during a time of crisis.
Tell me a little bit about how you feel seeing some of these images that we're seeing from Maui. Obviously, California is only a few hours flight to the islands. The pictures and the images that we're seeing are devastating for everyone, especially someone who's so close here in California. Tell me a little bit about how you're processing it in this community here in Los Angeles and why they're so supportive of the people on the island.
It's heart-wrenching. It really is. Whenever there is a community here in the United States or just across the world that sees that type of devastation, it's really just heart-wrenching. So I'm really proud of the Van Nuys Airport tenants and those that have reached out. Obviously, American Red Cross has had activity here in years past, whether it be an earthquake or some type of catastrophe, natural disaster of sorts. Aviation comes together as a community, and these airplanes can be a resource to transport goods to those in need. So we're very proud of the tenants here at the Van Nuys Airport that have come together in a community setting to be a partner to what's going on in Maui.
Let's quickly talk logistics. How long will it take for this plane up in the air until it touches down in Maui? You mentioned Merriman's Restaurant is going to be the recovery point. So then what happens after that?
After that, it's distributing these goods to those families and individuals in need. They have a logistics group out there that are going to receive these goods. But it takes about 5 hours to get across, and depending on the flight path that this aircraft takes, we'll be out on runway 16 right and departing over to Maui as soon as possible.
And then what happens next? I mean, is this going to be an ongoing effort? Obviously, we're talking about weeks of rescue and recovery efforts for the people actually on the island. Do you think that this is something that Americans all need to be rallying around, continuing to doing? We're seeing it right here in Van Nuys on one airplane, but should the effort be greater all across our entire country?
Well, folks have to do what they feel is right. American Red Cross has a great website that people can go to make donations. Obviously, the funds are necessary to rehabilitate and get Maui back to what we all know what Lahaina could be and has been. So we'll rally behind our tenants and lend support where we can.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.